hard with Tybo. Back straight Porter, 27 and 3.
It's all happening here at the Creek, on the track, off the track, around the track. Busy week here. Chris, that's how we love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's flat out. We've got the Ultimate Drivers starting Friday night, the sale on Sunday. We had the awards night last Sunday night, so it's been a busy week, but there's plenty happening, that's for sure.
Speaking of the sales this week, we saw Toro Loco. He was our first sales series winner. We've got an update on where he's at.
Yeah, he's not far away, probably a week, maybe 2 weeks tops before he's back at the track for the battles, Ben and Tamara. So looking forward to seeing how he returns. He wasn't the biggest 2-year-old going around last year, but the motor was there. It'll be interesting to see how he returns this preparation.
Donnie Smith, big day last Thursday, 4 winners at Redcliffe.
Yep.
Chinchilla.
Yeah, she's close as well, probably only about 2 weeks away. So really looking forward to seeing her return because as we know, she's a super fast mare, probably the #1 mare in the state. So we've got some high quality mares. We're seeing that with those opens each and every Saturday night. You put Chinchilla into the mix, we're going to have some super racing.
Absolutely. The Garrard stable, a little bit quiet of late, but updates on a couple of these, the Vicar of Dibley.
Yeah, well, speaking of mares, she'll go into the Mares Opens as well in time to come, but she's probably only about 2 weeks away, the Vicar of Dibley, so we look forward to seeing her back, and her stablemate, Ragazzo Diatilli, he's probably just 1 week behind. So both are going to have big campaigns, no doubt about it, but they are getting close.
Yeah, at the awards night on Saturday night, they kept showing a replay of Free Thinker and Ragazzo Diatilli. Every time I looked across at Angus, you could see that anguish.
Yeah.
Speaking of trotters, Royal Dan, Van Sank, 2 trotters we know a bit about here at the Creek.
Yeah, well, Royal Dan comes back to Queensland now, so he's joined the stables of Shannon Price. So he's going to add a little bit more spice to our open class trotting ranks, Royal Dan, because he's a high quality trotter. I mentioned last week Van Sank may have run his final race. He got another set of shoes on, so he's got a month to prove himself. He's got to regain some winning form. If not, they will pull the pin on Van Sank.
Okay, let's hope those shoes are good. Speaking of the Price stable, Newcastle Mile this Friday night. They'd be pretty happy with the barrier they've got.
Yeah, barrier 2, Leap to Fame starts from 5, and Max Delight, who was super impressive last Saturday night, he's drawn in 6. So this is going to be a good race. Leap to Fame's the horse to be. He won this race last year. This is the normal path that he takes as he heads towards the Miracle Mile. But Queensland, every chance of running 1-2. Sure Thing Captain was awesome in a trial here last week behind Duke of Scotland in 150.
Staying on the Price stable, another of their stars, Speak the Truth. We saw him trial last week as well.
Yeah, he's going to start on Saturday night. Again, good Queensland interest on Saturday night at Benangle. Speak the Truth goes around in that free-for-all down there as he builds towards another shot at the Miracle Mile. He was placed last year behind Leap to Fame, so he starts. We've got a number of others stepping out. The Janitor, how good was he last week? Sub-50. He goes around in the final lead-up for the Chariots, the Paleface. Adios, Charge Ahead, who was second. He's also starting in that race. Poor old Burkakara, I thought he was a bit stiff. He was awesome running 3rd behind the Janitor and Charge Ahead. He missed out, so that's the first time he's been beaten. They've gone sub-50, he misses out, so I feel for the Butler stable.
Yeah, absolutely, and that Queensland form shining through. 1, 2, 3 out of that ballot division. So, Ultimate Drivers Championship.
Yeah, this is going to be super exciting. You know, everything's in place. Fields have come out. The driver draft is taking place. So it all, builds to Friday night. 10 races, full field. Saturday night, it's only the free-for-all where we've got the 7 runners. But I think this is going to be super competitive, super exciting. Now, I'm just fascinated to see how many eyeballs are going to be on Albion Park, Queensland this weekend. I don't know who's going to win. Wish all the drivers the very best of luck, but I know it's going to be super competitive.
Yeah, it certainly is. And the ultimatedriver.com.au, full nights, both nights, live streamed there. So there'll be plenty of off-track commentary, interviews, the like. Greg O'Connor will be here. Jessica Otten's down from the Meadowlands. We've had a lot of interest from America asking about that link, so the ultimatedriver.com.au. That all parlays into the Sunshine Stars, so fill your pockets Friday, Saturday, come and buy Yearling Sunday.
Yeah, I think Sunday's going to be quite okay. I'm quite optimistic about what we can expect. You look at the results from down south across New Zealand this week, they've been strong. I see no reason why it's not going to be strong here on the Sunday. It's a good catalogue, a lot bigger than last year. Paces, trotters, both catered for. I think there's something to suit all budgets, so make sure you're here on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a top night, and just with that, Ultimate Drivers Championship, Nutrien on board, the numero uno. Keep an eye out for the green helmet. That's our series leader. So if you're concerned in the race, who's leading, look for that green helmet.
Are you tipping Dexter?
I think so. It's, as much as it hurts me going away from the Queenslanders, it's hard to knock back 5 American drivers' titles that he doesn't have a UDC.
Well, if he wins, he doesn't have time to celebrate. He's got to get on a flight first thing Sunday morning, bound for San Fran, then get on a connector from San Fran to Florida because they've got the Dan Patch Awards banquet taking place over there. He's going to probably land a swag of victories there at that awards night, and maybe Twin Beak Joe Fresh, a mare that he co-owns, could get the USTA Horse of the Year title.
That'd be a great coup if he can, but won't worry him, he'll be flying first class. Those big hours don't matter.
Trying hard was Typo, back straight quarter, 27 and 3.